God. Was that me? Sounded so nice. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Renée Chuks, and I'm going to be talking to you here about my journey to founding Aldente Africa. My journey to found Aldente Africa was not a smooth one, as I know that that's the case with other journeys as well. I became a chef because I wanted to make a change in the foodscape in Nigeria and Africa. I could never have thought in my wildest dreams of cassava spaghetti or agbalumo wine or cashew wine. See what I mean? Very well dreamed. But I persevered. And when the journey got tough, when I think about moments like today, when I can stand on such a stage to talk, to inspire one, two, or millions of people, that's exactly what kept me going. In 2018, I finally founded my culinary school, the Umami Center for Culinary Arts, Lagos, Nigeria. I say finally because it took me 7 years from dreaming to manifestation. And when I did finally found school, I wasn't going to compromise. I wasn't going to conform to anything that Nigeria had to stand. I went to a school abroad. I wanted to make sure that my students got the best. So we imported what we couldn't find in Nigeria. From China, from the USA, from the UK, and the school started. We barely graduated, 2 sets of professional students, when things started to look really, really dreary. On the side at the time, my then sous chef, now co-founder and partner, Sheon Kowasi, we were making pasta from regular wheat, but we're infusing them with spinach, with turmeric, and beetroot, just to, boost up the nutritional value of what we already had. And that was on the side. It's now 2019, December. Things are going a bit okay. We had been invited to come be food vendors at a festival in Lagos. It's a big festival. My friend, we didn't have any money at that time because, I said business was going dreary, right? So my friend who introduced us to this particular event also loaned us some money to go for this festival. So we prepared for 300 people. And before the event, we went to the venue of the event. We had a talk with the organizer. She says to us, this event, you will sell out. People always sell out at this event. You have to cook well. You have to make food for many people. We're like, money. Okay, 800. Let's do for 800 people. Yeah, I know you're rich, right? So we prepared for 800 people. We're having fun. Fast forward. We went there from 9 a.m. Fast forward to 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. It's Burna Boy and Naira Marley. They're the biggest acts of the night, and it's down to them. They're the last 2. I'm looking at a contraption of food, and we've only sold 3. 3 plates. 3 plates when we prepared for 800 people. We only sold 3 plates. So heartbroken doesn't even begin to describe what we were feeling. But we persevered. You know how Nigeria is. We have good music. So when you're listening to Naira Marley, Burna Boy, you're not really thinking of... But the reality dawned on us once the last act dropped his mic and the concert goers started to come towards us. We're not begging them with food. Please eat. It's free. Please eat it. They said they're not hungry. But you have water. We're thirsty. I said, water. We had about 1,000 bottles of extremely cold water at 4 a.m. when you've just come from a concert. You know how that is gold, right? So we had that. And I looked at the team. I said, let's put this out for them to drink. We're not going to start making money at this. If we didn't make money from 9 a.m., it's not 3 a.m. We're going to start making money. So let's put it out. So we put it out for them, and they all started to pick it. So I'm like, are you sure we don't have to pay? Can I take one for my friend? I said, take for your mom. Take for your just take it and go. At least let me know something finished. Okay? So that happened. I looked at Shewa and I said to him, I said, well, we're going to need only 3 days. We have 3 days, just 3 days to feel bad about this, cry. We're going to re-strategize. We're going to cry. We're going to take our time, but we're going to get back up and be better, okay? So, fast forward, 2020. We're ready. We're going to give them back to back this 2020. They don't know anything yet. How can 2019 just treat us like that? Guess what other plans? COVID-19, you're right. COVID-19 came through, and of course we had to close the school. We couldn't leave the school open at that time. But one thing happened. We had something we'd put on the back burner. The pasta business we were doing on the side and producing 10 packs in 2 months. We could now go back to it, look at it, revisit the entire thing, reimagine it. And that's what we did. So we went from pasta, and during COVID, there was a whole lot of talk about our immunity, our immune systems, what we eat, what are you eating, and all of that. And I figured, we can't even import anything. We can't export anything. The whole world is close to us. What happened to the food in our land? If we don't eat what is in our land, which was actually created to sustain us, and we're waiting, it is impossible for Argentina or Japan to produce everything that we as Nigerians and Africans are going to eat to sustain ourselves. That's why we have the food in our land. Okay? So whatever we get from them is just an added. It is not the main. So we need to mainly focus on what we have here in Nigeria. And when we did that, we started to research grains, roots. What do we have in Africa that is indigenous? Not just Nigeria this time, but what do we have in Africa that we can use? And that's how our gluten-free line was born. Cassava pasta mixed with maize. We made mistakes along the way, but we ended up getting it right. Agbalumo wine, cashew wine. We did all of this. And it's all from what grows here. If not here, Togo. If not Togo, Benin Republic. So, just really close. Africa. This is our time. And along the way, I realized that we have a lot of natural resources in Africa that we're wasting away. I'm going to ask you a question. How many of us know sesame seeds? How many of you know cashew fruits? Fruits. Have you ever been to the market and seen sesame seeds in the open market? Like you see gari, rice, beans? No. Have you ever been to the market and seen cashew fruits the way you see agbalumo, mangoes? Mind-blowing. Nigeria is the second largest producer of sesame seeds in Nigeria. Isn't it a shame that we don't see it in the markets, or that there's nothing that we process from it? We supply a lot of cashew nuts to other countries around the world, but isn't it bad that we don't even have cashew juice? You get what I mean? So we really need to focus on that. But along this journey, I have learned a few things, and I'm going to share those things with you quickly before I go. One, life is a journey. It has nothing to do with business, everything I'm going to say now. And it can be used for anywhere you want to be in life, no matter what your core is. Life is a journey, and you are the driver. Those decisions you make, should I drink Coke? Should I drink water? Should I be kind? Should I be this? Those are the decisions that a driver makes. You're the driver of your journey. 2, be kind. In a world where everybody chooses to be anything but, be kind. The kindness that others have shown me is what makes me stand here today. If people weren't kind to me to loan me money, to register me for a festival, I wouldn't be here. 3, you have to be aware. Be aware of where you are, what you're doing, people around you. 4, you have to be mindful. If you're not mindful, you cannot see a problem. Talk less of providing a solution. So you have to be mindful. 5, I'm at number 5 now. 5, failure is a requirement for success. You need to fail to succeed. And even when you have succeeded, you need to fail some more. Just to remind you that this life is very fragile. Okay? 7, your idea should benefit not only you. It should benefit others. When you think of an idea, how can this idea be of service to so many more people? Not just the monetary part of it, but how can I can eat anything. I don't have gluten intolerance. Sharon doesn't have gluten intolerance. But what we create, it helps mothers who have children on the spectrum. It helps women who have PCOS. It helps women who have endometriosis, the people on the keto challenge, diabetics, all of these things. And I have none of them. But I'm serving them, and I'm very, very glad to do that. Also, be humane. Be humane. I find when I talk to certain people, I find that people want to talk about, this is business, so cannot do it like that, this business. So there's capacity for humanity in business, and we constantly ignore it. We can't ignore that need for capacity in business. It is needed. Humanity is counting on me. Humanity is counting on you. Humanity is counting on every one of us here to be the best versions we can be. And lastly, before I go, I want to share this with you. Something that I do that I think that can help if you would, try it out. I stand in front of a mirror. Yes. Remember that Michael Jackson song? I'm talking to the man in the mirror. So Michael Jackson says man, but I don't like labels. So I say human because first of all, we're all human. Okay? So I stand in front of the mirror and ask myself, and you have to be truthful. If you're not going to be truthful to yourself, don't try this exercise. Okay? You have to be truthful to yourself. And I stand in front of the mirror and I ask myself, Renee, are you human enough? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody.